Hello everyone, I am sorry that it has been a while since I uploaded a new video. I have not abandoned this channel or forgotten or stopped caring, but since it's sort of a special day, there are a lot of anniversaries coming together. It's the anniversary of, well, Neopets' 25th anniversary and Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines' 20th anniversary. Both of those games have been very influential to me. And actually, it's also my channel's anniversary, because 9 years ago, I uploaded my first video on this channel, which has since been set to private because it was not very good, but it was a Let's Play I did to celebrate the 9th anniversary of VTMB. So anyways, that's not what you're here to hear about, although I do want to acknowledge one more very special anniversary. On the 13th of November, it was the 2-year anniversary of my mom's double lung transplant, and I just want to acknowledge how incredibly grateful I am for the gift of life, and just what a massive impact it has to sign up for organ donation. How it didn't just save my mom's life, but it gave me a life in a sense. I don't know what path I would have taken if the kindness of a stranger hadn't saved her. I wouldn't be here making this video right now. There is a cascading impact, both in terms of the lives that people touch through organ donation and the people who are able to be helped because spaces on the list open up and there is a shortage of organ donors, and some people wait years to get the call. So if you are considering signing up for organ donation, it's not something to be afraid of. So anyways, that's not what we're here to talk about, but I just wanted to acknowledge this immense sense of gratitude in my heart that I don't think I'll ever be able to fully express in words. I'm sorry, it was just important to me to say that, but I wasn't actually going to make a video today, but then I thought, I should just check in and maybe we can just take a look at what Neopets has for activities today. So let's go take a look. I hope you guys don't mind this screen orientation. I don't really have time to edit everything together. Oh, what's this note? Oh. Okay, so I think I already collected the NC. Alright, the Wheel of Celebration. Is that all there is today? I don't know. Welcome to the Wheel of Celebration. To celebrate Neopets' 25th anniversary, you can now spin this wheel twice a day. The wheel will be here from November 15th to 25th. Okay. Oh, okay, good. It's loading. Oh my gosh. Look how cute. Welcome to the Wheel of Celebration. Try taking a spin to win some amazingly fun prizes. Alright, let's spin the wheel. Time? Neopoints. You won a prize! Okay, click on the wheel to see what you've got. 25,000 NP. Watch an ad for an extra spin. Okay. Sure. You'll need to watch an ad first before you can spin again, or you can subscribe to premium. Okay, let's just watch. See what this is. Oh, give it a try. Okay. Battle Dome something? Oh, a pet paintbrush. 25th anniversary pet paintbrush. That's cute. Alright, I'm sorry if this isn't the most exciting video. Oh! Wait, I just remembered something. There's something I want to check. Okay, what am I gonna look at? Images. This, I don't know what, over the past few years, they've for some reason switched from this cool Vedica font to Times New Roman for the lookup shields, and I don't know why, but I'm not gonna be happy if the 25th birthday shield comes out and I see more Times New Roman. I really don't know. I don't understand what happened here. It's just a bit strange, don't you find? I'm not a fan. Oh, you know what? This reminds me. Okay, I was just gonna go look at my gallery of memories, but this... Oh my gosh, I don't want to complain on the Neopets anniversary, but I was just going to say I really, really would appreciate the ability to delete the 2.0 Neo homes, so you can go back to having your classic Neo homes featured on your user lookup with all the rooms and extensions listed. That would make me very happy, because right now, if you at any point opted to build a Neo home 2.0, it will supersede this by default, and that will be what is displayed on your user lookup, and they don't even work anymore, at least not since the last time I tried them with Ruffle, but these ones do, and I kind of prefer building different rooms and customizing the classic Neo homes anyway, so it would really be incredible if we could either delete the Neo Home 2.0s or have some kind of feature where we can toggle back and forth between whether we want this display on our user lookup or whether we want the 2.0 Neo Home to be featured, because it bothers me. I just want this. I want all my upgrades and rooms to be listed because that's the Neo Home I actually care about, but I can't because that's not how the user lookup works. Anyways, oh, what a year it's been. Really, this has been such a journey. It's, you know, I know there have been a lot of complaints, a lot of criticisms, but it has truly been a wonderful, uplifting experience to have had so much care and, you know, engagement put into Neopets, and to see the community so active and passionate. I mean, they've always been passionate, but to have everyone be so engaged and excited and feel like even if they don't always agree, there's still a possibility for their voices to be heard, and to have these new avenues for interaction with the team, and to have different fan initiatives. I'm really happy that this was how things worked out. I'm really grateful Neopets is still here, and that I've been able to meet so many wonderful people through it. So that brings me to this. So I'm just gonna try to quickly go through my my memory gallery with you guys. So these two, oh my goodness, this is the mohug that I cried about in my Neopian Times video. Chrissy-chan or Tina, she gave, like, everybody the mohug item, and everybody was hugging each other, like, in the board. And the coin I got for being in the 1000th edition, and I'm just, oh, wow, I can't believe it still. That meant so much to me, and I've had, a series published since then, and a short story, and it's just been wonderful to feel like I can be part of that world, and, to have other creative people to interact with. That has been one of the highlights of my year, to be honest. And then, my very sweet friend gave me, this is like the one of the most wonderful items you can give a friend. It's so cute. And then I got my first Valentine on Neopets from my lovely, wonderful friend, Nicorelia. I hope I said your name right. I'm sorry. And then, at the beginning of spring, she also gave me these items. She sends, like, the most lovely, wonderful item sets. There were a couple more with this that I kept on my main account. And same with this set, we both started playing NeoQuest 2, and she gave me these, which is just so much fun to have something to remember it by. And then I got this guy because I just saw him when I was browsing the Neopets item database on Jelly Neo, and he reminded me of a fanfic, a Brinzo fic I was reading, which by Quantic Dreams here on Neopets, and she is such a wonderful writer. I would definitely recommend checking out her stories in the NT or on AO3, but yeah, this guy reminded me of one of her stories, so that was also, like, a highlight of my year, so I wanted to put him in there, at least with regard to Neopets. And Nicorelia also gave me these as, like, a really sweet celebration for getting into the fan art program. And then this guy was the prize I got on Pet Appreciation Day on the for part of my Neopian Times series that I submitted, which was really funny. Well, not funny, but it was quite the coincidence, because it was about pet welfare, at least in large part, and then this was the reward for getting into that issue, which was the issue that my series ended on, and the default Neopet mail they send out with it says something like, "Thank you for helping promote pet welfare across Neopia." I almost said across America, but yeah, that was just a fun coincidence. I did not plan for it to end on that series, that issue. And then this was another gift, the Void Fairy Potion, from when the plot first started, and then I also put the ships on the Altador Coast painting in because I felt like it was just a good representation of the beginning of something new on the horizon, and all the excitement that entailed. And then I also threw the Void Spaghetti and Orb Meatballs in there because I thought it was fun, and it reminded me of one of my favorite items, which is, of course, Spaghetti Eyes. And then the Disco Tasu. This was another wonderful gift. Oh my god, so many of these were lovely gifts, and all of these were gifts too. Oh my goodness. She gave me this guy after I drew my Neosona, who was a disco Ogrin. How do you pronounce it? I should double check. But anyways, and I love, this is one of my favorite pets. It's just quite adorable. I love the colors, but and then these were like a beautiful set of gifts for my 30th birthday. Oh, I also turned 30 this year, so that's kind of a milestone for me as well, I guess, in August 22nd. Oh, okay, so, what else? This clock I got from one of the fairy capsule items, or, yeah, the fairy recycling capsules, and I just thought it was kind of cool because it was, like, it's one of the original site items, and it was just neat and kind of different and nostalgic, and I don't know why, I just thought it was really cool that was the item I got. I was drawn to it. And then Luxinia's Island themed background. This is from when I first started playing Fairy's Hope. Or no, is it Fairy's Hope now? No, it's Fairy Fragments now. But I almost couldn't play it because the cutscene couldn't render on my phone. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to get a new phone soon, but I don't want to. I'm really, like, I love my BlackBerry Key 2, but I'm starting to have app compatibility issues because I can't update it past Android 8.1, but I really, like, I'm so upset that the latest BlackBerry phone that was supposed to come out in 2020, I think it was, got cancelled, and now there's nothing really in terms of phones with physical keyboards. There's the Unihertz phones, which seem okay, but I'm not completely sold on them. Like, I would probably get the Titan Slim, but I don't really like the specs. I don't like, I feel like this is a good size, but the Titan Slim is just too narrow. And then there's a new phone coming out, or it's supposed to be coming out. I've heard a lot of kind of sketchy things about the company in terms of not following through with crowdfunding. I don't know if that's true or not. I haven't done a ton of research into it, but it's the, what's it called? The minimal phone, which is great, and like, if it does sort of come to fruition, it would be perfect, except it only has a black and white screen. It uses an e-ink display, which is really cool and I love in concept, but I just don't, like, for me, I understand the purpose of it, but for me, I'm interacting with art and artists all the time on my phone. It's hard to be able to properly appreciate other people's work when the screen doesn't show that the detail they've put into color and the thought and consideration they've given to their palette, and that's really disappointing for me, because if the phone does work out, and then everything else about it would be perfect except for the screen, and that's just such a massive disappointment. My plan was to hold on to my Key 2 until BlackBerry came out with a new smartphone, but then they stopped making phones entirely and their last project fell through. So, like, I'm just like, this guy has got to survive until I can get whatever the next generation of this is. But anyways, oh my gosh, I rambled about my phone for way too long. Anyways, oh my gosh, that's the thing I was gonna say. I almost couldn't play Fairy's Fragments because my phone couldn't render the opening cutscene, and it was just stuck on a black screen that had like the little skip icon in the corner, but you couldn't actually skip. So, that was an issue, but I ended up being able to work around that by loading the game on and logging into my Neopets on an emulator and loading the game on my PC, and then switching back to my phone after I had gotten through that opening cutscene. And it works fine now. It's perfect. Okay, and what's next? Tavi's Tea. This, of course, represents... oh my god, I don't want to be mean about it, but it was not my favorite plot activity. I will say that much. And it was stressful because it would take a lot of my time. So many of the items were so inflated that it just did not make sense to buy them in terms of the Neopets you would get back and the plot points it would give you. In terms of like a point to Neopoint value were nowhere near worth as much as people were charging for these things, but like compulsively I felt the pressure to keep maxing out the quests every day, just not because I was being logical or rational about it, just because even though I shouldn't have felt anxiety about not completing the quests, I did, because of the way this plot is set up to focus on points, whereas other plots in the past were kind of more just about the journey and engaging in the different steps as you went along, and not having and you didn't have your points constantly staring you in the face to obsess over and worry about how many you had compared to someone else, and then you would get the trophy at the end, and it was kind of like a fun surprise to see which one you would get, and it was more just something to commemorate the fact that you were there and you got to participate in it, rather than having something to show how many points you got. Even though that was a part of it, it wasn't the main part of it, whereas I feel like this plot has been set up so that points are the main concern and everything else is kind of secondary, which I don't know if I really like. Tavi's Tea was what I was talking about. And then the last one, of course, the birthday Baba from the latest Neopets AMA live stream to celebrate today, which is the birthday day, anniversary day, what am I saying? The birthday Baba to celebrate Neopets anniversary. And that was a really fun live stream. Those lore questions were quite the trick. Amanda, I was rooting for you. It was just a really joyful, fun kind of stream. That was one of my favorites. That one and the Void Within one, I think, have been my two favorite AMA streams so far. And speaking of the Void Within, I know I just said all that stuff about the points and trophies and how everything's set up. I would really like to see puzzles that are integrated more like plot steps of the past, where you would have a certain amount of time with a unique challenge that is representative of that stage in the story, and then move on to another one as the characters face another set of challenges, rather than having these just sort of ongoing what feels more like mini games than puzzles. And I know a lot of people have said, myself included, that the closest thing to like a true plot puzzle and the community engagement it brings out and how people would work together to solve them and provide guides and insight on how to figure it out for yourself, because oftentimes everybody's puzzle they would get would be unique. And even if you had a guide, you would still have to take that information and figure out how to solve it for yourself. But what was I going to say? Oh yeah, the closest thing we've had to that and the sort of community engagement it fosters was the cipher in the book in one of the comic page panels, and it didn't really turn out to be anything, I don't think. I mean, anything relevant to the plot, which was a little disappointing. What I thought was that maybe it was going to be, I could probably go back to this now, but what I was going to say was, I thought it was going to be like a shift cipher. So if you don't know, a shift cipher is where you have, like, you know, your scrambled message, and then each letter you have to move a certain amount of spaces in the alphabet to decode the message. But some shift ciphers require a key, so you know how many spaces to move each letter. So this is really hard to explain without a visual example. So let's see, okay, say if your cipher was ABC and the key was 1, 2, 3, you would move A over 1 space, B would go over 2 spaces, C, D, and then C would move over 3 spaces, D, E, F. So that would be what, B, D, F, I think is what I just said. Maybe I'm wrong, but anyway, so like you would have this key that would like repeat itself along the cipher until you reach the end. So it would be like if the key was 1, 2, 3 and the word or phrase was longer than 3 letters, you'd have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 all along until you reach the end. Hopefully that makes sense. But what I thought was that it was going to be a cipher like that required a key, and like maybe in the next few pages we would get hints of different numbers in significant dates or data that they were looking at. They would be sort of hidden throughout the following pages, and some of them would be red herrings. So based on the information presented and what the characters were discussing, you would have to figure out which numbers were relevant to the key and which order they had to go in to be able to decode the message. But no, it wasn't that complicated. It was really quite simple. Well, not quite simple. It was kind of, it did pose quite a challenge, but that was the level of, you know, puzzle making I was hoping for. Anyways, I'm sorry. I'll end this now. I just wanted to kind of give a quick update. I haven't been uploading as much because of school and work, but I have like 3 assignments due at the end of this week, and I have an article I need to finish next week, and it's been a lot, but after sort of I get over that hump, I'll have more free time to make videos. I think that's about all I had to say. I considered doing some kind of live stream just to celebrate the 25th anniversary, because Neopets has been such a blessing in my life, truly, and like all the in-person celebration events sound like such incredible once-in-a-lifetime opportunities, and I know there are a lot of people who won't be able to make it, myself included. I did make a community post about this, but I'm not sure if it's gonna work out. Like I said, I'm busy this week and the beginning of next week, so I'm not sure when I'll have time or if I will even do it, because I'm really afraid to live stream. But if there was ever a time to do a first live stream, I feel like it would be now. But would love to figure out some way to do like some kind of digital event so that people have an opportunity to feel like they're part of it somehow, even if they can't make it to an event in person. Just like, I don't know, just to hang out and talk, and I don't know, like, I wish I had more experience with this so I could actually plan something properly. I don't know what you can do on YouTube live streams, but, if you have any ideas, let me know, or if you have any dates that you think would work for you, I'd like to know that as well, so I can try to accommodate people. I don't want to promise that I'm actually going to do something, because I don't know if it's going to work out, like I say, but I hope it does, and I hope, you all have fun and you're all enjoying this anniversary event. And I have quite a few ideas for videos in the future that I will hopefully be able to start on once I'm a bit less busy. So yeah, I am happy to be here, and I hope you're all doing well. Bye.